And next up, we are wrestling with Impact Wrestling Rebellion preview. It's tomorrow, and
And
this is
it's still not going to have
probably
any
going to be the
attendance.
biggest
Yeah,
pay per view, even more so than Hard to Kill. And let's get into it. The first match on the card: Fire and Flavor,
well, considering
Kiera
that
Hogan and Tasha
Rachel
Steele
Ellering
versus
is,
Jordan Grace and
she make
Rachel
her.
Eldering,
Did they
who
call
went
this her
Skittle.
debut or is her return to Impact? Because she's been like she's been through there a couple of times now. Um, you know, some people were really thinking that
I mean, you could say that about
Jordan's
WWE and
partner, who
AEW
is
at this point
unknown
as well.
prior to
She's made a
Impact
run.
on Access this past week, um, and making a kind of a big deal out of it, but no, it's Fire and Flavor.
I'm gonna say Fire and
Kaliko?
Flavor because Jordan Ann beat one of the tag team champions on the last show. So Fire Nice.
Fire and Flavor.
Fire Nice, Fire and Flavor, Fire and Chips,
Fire in the hole.
Fire in the
Fire
Hole,
Nice.
Fire and Desire. The team with fire is winning, okay?
Not the team on fire.
The girls are on fire. Yeah, I mean, that should have been their name. Girls on Fire. Like the Alicia Keys song.
The Fiend made his return to Impact Wrestling?
I mean,
Uh,
it all came from
yeah, well, you're
Alicia Keys. Like, Jesus
uh,
Christ.
Oh,
and,
now that it's still in
they
Tessie
stole it
Mello
from Katniss
channel.
Everdeen.
See? See, James, there's always nothing. Nothing is new under the sun.
Yep.
Damn it.
Even I'm not.
Seems that way, doesn't it? Now we got coming up next, Chris Sabin, Eddie Edwards, James Storm, and Willie Mack versus Violent by Design, Eric Young,
What an
Theodore,
odd
Joe
grouping.
Doring, and Rhino.
That
Sort
would
of
be
who
great.
wins.
That's a dream match right there. Rhino versus Rio.
I almost announced Rhino as real.
Oh, make it happen, Tony. I mean, come on. We'll give you our ad revenue. Um,
Wee-haw.
I mean, Diener and Doring. Oh God, I've been cross-eyed. Yeah, Team Sabin.
The team with Rhino will not be winning.
Kaliko.
Giveaway when if Tommy Dreamer or Rhino is on the team, they taking that ass whooping. So.
Rhino is the new Tommy Dreamer, and Tommy Dreamer is the new Rhino.
I mean, I'm just using historical precedents with this.
Tommy, please don't hit me with a
I
Singapore
mean,
cat
if they
again.
were on
Yeah, please,
fire, they
nah,
would
we
have
we good,
won,
we good. But I'm
right?
just saying, based on observation.
Next match, Trey Miguel versus Sammy Callahan in a last man standing match. No surprise
Mm,
that who's
You
the
would
real winner
think
out of
that
the Rascals.
it almost it almost
Skittle,
seems
who wins the
like
match?
Trey's push is parallel to MSK's push to kind of show that, oh yeah, Trey can succeed without you. Um, but 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 Sammy's gonna win.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
if Trey actually pulls this off, then they're serious about pushing Trey into the main event. But I don't see it. So, Sammy,
Sammy. Because as much as Scooter says that part, and I agree with
What
him,
about you,
the
Felipe?
biggest difference is NXT is on a higher plane than Impact. So ain't nobody gonna be fooled. Plus, Sammy, I mean, honestly, I don't know where anyone goes from here because once we get to that main event, so God knows what's gonna happen until we get to that part.
Right. And, do you kind of see that maybe
other way around.
NXT kind of pushed MSK to the
No,
moon just to kind of
because
show Trey Miguel, like, hey,
MSK
this is
coming
what you
in,
could have had?
they literally became like, because keep in mind the tag division in
That's
NXT
what I was
used
going
to
to say.
be a staple, so they needed some new right, and they were literally like the boost of adrenaline, not only from their
And now it's
characters
kind
to
of
their
suffering.
move sets, but just how they act and interact in social media wise. So they literally usually when a new tag team come in, they get them hard times, but for some odd reason they had the perfect storm so far. I mean, literally they are the tag team version of Raquel Gonzalez in the sense that in less than damn near a year, they done win came in, won the Dusty Cup, won the tag titles.
They are on the top 3 list of quickest title reign after debuting
They pushed him to the
Yep.
moon.
in the WWE. But the other way around, it's that Trey is being pushed into in proportion with how much MSK is being pushed.
Yep. Because MSK when they came in, it was because I don't see anyone as much as they were cool as the Rascals. I think when MSK came into NXT, it gained just a buzz, such a buzz that Impact had to go, hey, we have the other one, right?
True. Talk
Uh,
about a buzzkill.
oh,
Matt
this hurts me
Cardona is
deep.
fighting Brian Myers
Yeah,
in a singles match. A match
this
nobody
hurts
knew
me deep,
they didn't
Shrek.
want to see.
Uh, yeah, because but
How so,
knowing
Scooter?
both men, I don't know if I can call this fairly. Yeah, I couldn't hold that with a straight face. Ah, ah, of course, nobody wants to see this. I mean, nobody wanted to see it when they were Zach and Kurt. They're great guys, but oh God, like oh, like yeah, Brian and Matt could make an entire documentary about the ocean dry, for lack of a better word. So hopefully, maybe the power goes out for this match and then comes back after it's over. Just uh, and 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 and
Alrighty then.
Matt, if you're listening, uh,
I mean,
I
I think
will
that's
bring the potato
happening
salad next
in New
week.
Japan, though. Tell him and tell your girlfriend to respond to my DM,
Uh,
damn it.
will it be a double count
Kaliko,
out?
your thoughts?
I feel like it would be Matt, but I talk about a 50-50. Like this is 50-50. I'm gonna ride with Matt and we'll go from there. Maybe his girl Chelsea comes pops back in, helps him win. You know, who knows?
Going. My thoughts on the match? I'm going with spontaneous combustion. Next match is Austin with Madman Fulton versus Josh Alexander and
Hmm.
TJP in a three-way match for the Impact X Division Championship. Who wins? Scooter.
It seems like they're both trying to do something with Ace and Alexander. I wonder if they would give Alexander the win just to spite Ethan Page. But I don't know if Impact cares enough to do that. So I'll say Ace retains.
Kaliko?
I'm thinking, and that was me thinking. Uh, hey man, that's a good, interesting match. I'm gonna pick
You
TJP.
kind of talk with
He
the
gets a
audio
lot of
on, damn
hate,
it.
so I'm gonna go with TJP. TJP. There you go.
This would be like his 15th X Division title reign at this point.
Between all the characters, shit, he's basically the steady hand. I mean, but it was between him and DJZ when they were.
I, I mean, I kind of felt like Josh Alexander is maybe a steady hand as well. I mean, he could have left with
Well,
Ethan Page, I suppose. Um,
he
he
couldn't have
is
left
still
with
there, so
Page. They're under two different
maybe
contracts.
they
They
call up
didn't debut as the North.
Alexander. True, but I mean, he could have still had an option to leave at some point, and maybe you want to keep the guy happy so he doesn't leave for greener pasture, so to speak. Next match, Deanna Purrazzo
Like,
versus Tamir Dashwood
is
with
this
Caleb with a K.
are
Winner,
is anyone
Deanna.
else
Do we have
shocked that we're actually
any
announcing that this is a
objections?
match for Impact's main title? Impact main
I
championship?
I object. I fucking object. I object. I'm gonna give her the puncher's chance. God damn it.
Yeah, a woman with two hands and a Caleb with a
So you
K
think
has a no chance in hell. I'm sorry.
I'll ride that horse
I
until
mean,
I'm gonna
you've
ride
given
that
her a
horse
fighting chance.
till
What
till the
now?
leg breaks off.
And how many times have you been knocked out, Kaliko? I'm sorry.
Gargano's been
So
fucking
basically, it's a
killing
Johnny
these
Gargano
takeovers. What are
thing.
you
You're
talking
gonna
about?
keep going
To
with him
Deal
for a
Dashwood is Old
takeover
Town
win
Road,
until it
apparently.
actually happens.
And for your information, Johnny Gargano undefeated in takeovers for the North American title, which he happens to hold. Boom! Stick it in your pipe right there. Smoke it.
Undefeated on takeovers that occurred on odd numbered days of the year while the moon was in a waning gibbous when there was exactly a 20-knot wind blowing outside Full Sail University.
On a crescent moon.
And when Candace was on the rag. Caleb. Deanna.
Scooter, Deanna or Tennille? Yep. Next match. Finn Juice, David Finlay and Juice Robinson versus the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson for the tag team championships. Who wins, Scooter?
Let's see. How do I put this? Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on Finn and Juice.
The Good Brothers.
Did I skip what you wanted to do, Kaliko?
No, because I think Finn Juice beating God was a fucking anomaly. So Finn Juice beating the Good Brothers was a fucking anomaly. So therefore, all will be right in the world.
You didn't want to sing Finn and Juice with me to get in Juice now.
No. More of a Cabernet guy.
No,
Rum and Coke. And rum and cokes. Come on, man. I'm not gin and juice. Rum and cokes. Now if it was rum and cokes, all day.
3 tequila floor.
5 tequila, 6 tequila. Rock, please send me more because I fucking ran out.
1 tequila,
and
2 tequila.
I need some for this baby shower that's coming up. So hell yeah. If the Rock is out there, please hear my prayers. I love that shit like water.
Or the baby with tequila. Gin and juice.
Hey,
that's how I get.
That don't mean a pregnant person got to drink the tequila. Everybody else can drink the tequila. Yeah, specifically for me and for anyone who is not pregnant. Yeah.
You want
specifically just for Kaliko.
It's not me going to a baby shower. It's more of a baby shower coming to my house. So
when did guys start going to baby showers?
That part.
In the bathroom.
No, I'm gonna be on my porch watching the Kamaru Usman fight because it's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm watching the Kamaru Usman fight. So Brock, if you could just send it overnight, that would even be better. Like immediate, because tonight is the Usman fight, and I need it now. Like now.
Now, going back to, Finn Juice versus the Good Brothers, I know you had a major opinion about them losing the championships to Finn Juice. We never actually kind of talked about it, but it kind of seems like you're on the notion they kind of
it was
only
so
won the
out
championships for a cup of coffee until they go back
no
to
disrespect to them, but the way they won it seemed like so out of pocket. Not saying that they didn't deserve it, but it just felt like that was the last thing that was going to happen that night, right? Like prime example, when they were in the tag title match with God, the last thing you were thinking was Finn Juice winning, right? Then Finn Juice won, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" And then God was like, "Fuck this, we just gonna beat that ass," and then they beat that ass. So I'm using historical precedent here, James.
Let me ask you this: who does Finn Juice have to beat because you kind of take them seriously as an
God
actor.
damn, harsh.
Who said that? Who said that?
Now my
Wow.
issue with Finn Juice is
Damn, that's
that
cold.
I always felt like Juice was when he was in New Japan and he was a singles guy. He had an argument to be like one of the top 5 American stars over there, right?
Are we sure we didn't like imagine that?
No, I'm dead ass. Like, yo, he, as far as like his character and
Right.
everything, and I felt like the Moxley shit was going to push his ass to the moon because it was going to put him to another gear. See, to me, I'm thinking Juice still has that gear, and he never got to settle that score. I would personally rather have him settle that score because it ain't like Mox is doing shit with the belt anyway.
Sure. I mean, Finley, you could say, oh, he's the weak link of the team, but
Finley.
he did do very
Yeah,
well in
And he
the
loves
New
to fight.
Japan Cup, and he did beat Jay White as well. So, like, you could say Finn Juice, but it kind of does seem like they're kind of giving them a little bit more just for
not so
being
much.
sticking with the company, so to speak. Does that make sense?
I wanted to hear what the TV was going to say about method and technology. Ah, dang. Oh well.
It doesn't matter what
Alrighty
they
then.
think. Now just
Maybe next. Main event: Rich Swann versus Kenny Omega. Title
Uh,
versus title match for the Impact World Championship
God.
and AEW World Championship.
Every time.
Scooter, who wins?
Like, if this was, you compare this to like a sexual fetish, this would be edging to its greatest degree. Yeah, this would be the biggest cock tease essentially in having it believable that Rich Swan will walk out with both belts. The thing is though is that they're 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 relying on this. This event is a one trick pony. And I guarantee that, of course, the main event is probably going to be the most watched in Impact's history. And given the fact that there's those rumors of the TNA name as a brand returning, which Moose is probably now kicking himself. Like, you made me get rid of that belt. But I'm expecting something really
This isn't
freaking
even on the
crazy
card.
here, and I know I'm gonna be disappointed. I know I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's appealing to the little kid mark in me, and I'm gonna say Rich Swan, but I know I'm wrong.
this is without a doubt the most consequential
Felico?
match in their history slash existence. Everything in me is like Rich Swan has to bring it home, right? Like it just screams it. But common sense is telling you, really, like against Omega, and you just got to look at how Omega is booked in AEW, which is like an untouchable heel with a bunch of people helping him. So I'm with Scooter. My mind wants to say Rich Swann, and I'm gonna throw it out there because I think Rich Swann, if he wins this, this is the biggest win of his career. That's true too. And my problem is Impact has been like a doormat so far in this relationship. So I need to figure out like where is this payoff coming from? And I would think that if this ain't their payoff, then they'll never see a payoff.
I want Kenny to produce. I want Kenny to lose just so he can start producing a series of "Stop Looking at Me, Swan" T-shirts.
You know, I get both of what you guys are coming from. I think there's an alternative as well that everybody kind of missed. And this kind of goes to what Scooter said, that kind of tease. Um, double disqualification, double count out.
I believe
No,
this is a winner take all.
a stipulation where the title actually can change hands.
There is going to be a decision. Otherwise, why?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be definitive.
Yeah, why have Morrow come in for it? Not because it's a one-off for Morrow because he's doing everything else with Showtime.
Well, I mean,
so
once you got him in, I mean,
plus they're also bringing in JR.
Yeah, Morrow and JR, which JR hasn't been on the good books. Yeah, no.
JR from
that's a great combination
years ago.
Hell yeah. Morrow could rap the phone book and I would fucking kill it because I just love his hip hop references. He can
Yes.
No, I just love how he is like the hip hop head of. He's the only person I've seen tie hip hop into anything. Like, I can see him going, Rich Swann, just like Big Sean, he took a L, but tonight he wants to bounce back. See, like little shit like that, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the shit. I'm like, yo, I'd listen to a soundtrack of nothing but Morrow hip hop quotes.
And Kenny Omega, just like Big Sean, always talking out of his bunghole. Drake is a drunk uncle.
So Rich Swann wins. He's not been on AEW TV. I mean, he's not winning.
Probably.
Double champion Rich Swann. No. So
we're all gonna be,
we're all like, Omega, right?
Yes, this is gonna be something meaningful. Yes, 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 and then they're gonna pull back and be like, "Finish yourself."
What are the chances of Kenny Omega winning both championships, and then either with Swann or somebody else comes out right after the match, challenges him for the Impact Championship, beats
Slim
him,
the
and
fucking nut.
He was
They're gonna end
champion
that
for
bitch
30
with somebody
seconds,
holding
but
belts.
now he's
That's the
just
problem.
AEW
And to
champion
me,
once again.
it would make more sense on Impact's pay-per-view to have Impact's champion raising the fucking belts. Otherwise, you might as well just get usurped by AEW and call it a goddamn day.
There's nothing that's stopping.
I mean,
Uh, you know, now that I really think about this, we might have been seeing how this is gonna play out all along already.
Moose is gonna fuck him over.
No, but there's gonna if Swan wins, there's gonna be some sort of denial from Don Callis, and Kenny Omega is going to be AEW champion, as is Swan. And they will give Omega his own AEW championship. I mean, we may have just been seeing that with
oh
the
my
TNA title and
you
the
know
Impact
that
title,
I wouldn't put it past them.
but I doubt they're that smart.
True.
No.
Probably not. Yeah. um. The biggest problem with this is that it's for the AEW Championship. And I think that's where everybody kind of has their reservations. If this was for the Impact Championship solely, we would have been like, oh yeah, which one without a doubt. Maybe Kenny Omega,
No.
maybe, but no, which one?
You're not wrong,
Am I
but
wrong in
I
kind of
think
saying
me
that?
and Scooter have like this mustard seed of faith. if if you want to go there, a mustard seed's faith that Rich Swann can do it. We That's the difference. That's the biggest difference, honestly. Like Jesus. But I feel like he has to. Because Kenny what does Kenny gain by getting the Impact Championship? Is the question.
The antidote,
By
a vaccine.
Vice, what does Rich Swann gains more with
I
the
mean,
rep
close to nothing.
than Kenny? Tenfold.
I get that, yeah. Alright, I think we'll conclude our coverage of Impact Wrestling's Rebellion. We will maybe review the show next week, maybe we won't, depending on how we're feeling. Maybe if it's a Thursday. Um, if you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. Join us for our interview with Kennedy Copeland this Wednesday as well. And support our sponsors, Rogue Energy. When you support them, you support us. Use promo code Wrestling with E for 10% off your next purchase. And you can always follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at Wrestling with E for everything coming up, news, the show, all that good
You
stuff.
can find
And you
me.
can follow us
That's as long
individually
as you
as
find
well.
me.
I am at James
And on
J993.
Twitter at
Where can they
ScooterDust.
find Scooter?
And at holding down for the UNB Network at UNBS Wrestling. Also, hashtag Scrunchy Squad 2/3. Look, you are now known as London
Did I
Vandale.
inadvertently got myself in with Paris Van Dale
Paris?
That's what I
Venice Vandal.
don't know who that is, so I can't be insulted.
You can find me looking for the rest of my scrunchies at I am Kaliko.
Monica
Man, we
is
are
my
just pushing you
favorite.
under the bus, huh?
Not only that, we're taking them out from under it and then throwing them under again.
You sure are.
Just like the Mortal Kombat, just like Scorpion. Get over here.
I blame Kathleen for this.
Fatality.
Fatality. For Kaliko Yachts, Scooter
Mortal
Gus, I'm James
Kombat!
J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.